Not obviously losing their first game has gone into a defensive tactic. They've not even pushed forward with their scouts, although they're trying to order, or at least the Bazaar was trying to order people forward, saying, hey, we've got to find out what's going on here. Because if they don't, they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble. With the ACES team in control, they're going to be very cautious, considering Nod is a good opponent. They're not going to underestimate them at any means. They're going to make sure that they are cautious enough that if anything goes wrong, they are able to recover. So I don't expect them to rush headlong into battle with nothing going on. But still, the entire of Nod team decides to play defensive, including their scouts. We're not going to find out what's going to go on for a little bit longer. Pings are coming out there for Bo Poby, trying to get them out and spread them to find out what is going on. Now, we saw a lot of aggressive games yesterday, and in the last day of Ensk, we saw a lot of aggressive games. We also saw quite a few campy games. So it's really depending on the team's attitudes, what they're going to actually achieve, what they're trying to achieve. We can see a variety of results on this map. It's with the different routes you can take and the amount of cover differentiating between each side really does open up the chance that there's going to be many different routes that people are going to run different strategies. Are you going to run heavy strategies? We saw some KV5s the other day, yesterday, doing very well, pushing forward and taking control of the battle with their extra HP and massive armor and profiles. They were able to just push into the face of the enemy, and the enemy didn't bother even shooting at the KV5 because of how much HP they had. So they were largely ignored, and the KV5 has got a high rate of fire. But Nod are deciding that they're going to be very cautious with the tactic here of having their guys back to back, as they have absolutely no idea what's going on. So 2 autoloaders facing left and 2 normal tanks facing right. That tactic won't work if the enemy decides to come back round one direction, but they are starting to move up their scouts as Pog here moves forward and tries to find out what's going on. ACES, on the other hand, have not been spotted at all, so there's a good chance they are over there on the east side. Pings are eventually going out. Bazaar's ordered them forward to keep going and take another route, but we have at last seen one guy from ACES, and I'm really surprised that ACES are playing this passive, so I do expect to see them. No? I was about to say we expect to see them in the east, but no, they are just playing passive. ACES have not got the confidence, it seems, on this map to be able to do anything other than kill the first leading scout for Nod and sit back and wait for Nod to come to them. The pings are going out like mad from the entire of the Nod team, knowing, well, I'm sure by now they know exactly who's where, but the entire of the ACES team hasn't been revealed. We've only seen Tony in his T-32, and he killed the only scout that moved forward, and that was Pog. So Nod are absolutely as bad as we are for knowing what's going on here. But the Art of War and Korn are spotted, and he misses his shot against Krigley for ACES, and that's really good for ACES. They now know where the enemy are, or at least 2 of the main forces of Nod are. But Tony's been spotted yet again, the only member of ACES to be spotted apart from the scouts, and that is really scary for Nod. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they should commit to, considering ACES are not revealing anything. Bo Poby has taken a hit, but he is alive. Very lucky for him. He must have been hit by Krigley, but Krigley has not been taken out from ACES, which is a bit of a shame, since Nod are now on the verge of losing both their scouts, and ACES have not lost a single thing. In fact, I don't think they've lost a piece of HP. And that's another shot going into the Art of War from Virtuous. Another great shot from ACES. Every tiny bit of HP advantage they can get is extremely good for them. And Armour is going to go around the corner and kill Poby. Oh, no. Or Krigley is going to go around the other way. But he's got to be quick. He's going to take a lot of damage, but he does indeed take out the last scout for Nod. And Nod are now left with no eyes and only a couple of sightings of ACES. But they do manage to take out. Level Electro was in the position to be able to take out. Where was he? Oh, directly below the camera. Level Electro was in the position to be able to take out the T1, but they have left the Art of War and Child of Corn behind, which means if ACES are fast enough, they can move in and clear these two up before anything happens. And here they go. Art of War Pones is taking a lot of damage. Another 2 shots and he's down. It won't be surprised if Gokon's next shot takes him out. But it wasn't Gokon, it was Unforgettable who takes him down. But Unforgettable is taking a lot of damage from the 3 Nod guys here who are on their own. Great focus fire from them. Child of Corn is still fully operational, but he is surrounded. But what a set of shots there, taking out Tony. Nod's in actually a really good position. Child of Corn is able to get into cover, so Virtuous will not be able to kill him off. And Nod move out here trying to take out Gokon, who they do successfully take out. All this waiting, and Nod are in a great position to be able to take advantage of ACES. Well, mispositioning, I guess. Dom is there trying to be able to kill out Child of Corn, but there's no way he's going to be able to kill him before his teammates arrive. But they could be reloading, which means it could go wrong for them. But no, I Love Electro is being way too aggressive for someone who hasn't got ammunition, and he must be ready to kill him. 1, 2, 3, and Child of Corn runs in front to steal the kill. Oh, that was unnecessary considering he had the lower of the 2 HPs as well. The cap was stopped in the meantime, which leaves just Virtuous, who we know has taken some damage, and very, very doubtful unless he scores a bunch of ammo rack hits that he can pull anything out here. So we're going to see Nod move into the base now and try and clean up. Krigley is still alive after some fantastic scouting there in his T1. Taking some shots into I Love Electro. Electro's first shot missed, but his second connects. And there goes down the last T1 for ACES, leaving just Virtuous on his own. That was a good battle for Nod. Although they were playing incredibly passive, they took advantage of the combat situation and were able to and best ACES there. Some great focus fire and keeping all their big heavy tanks together, apart from, well, it looked like they were out of position with their T32 and IS-3 ahead, losing obviously the Art of War before their teammates arrived. But when they came around the corner, because ACES were spread out, they were able to focus the guns incredibly easily, and that ends up being the victory for Nod. 1 apiece. Awesome. Right, I apologise again for the state it's been today, but trust me, things have been going wrong absolutely all day for me, and it's been a day of catch-up. And I'm going to see if that works. Trying to launch something else right now, but welcome to the stream, and hopefully by the end of this match everything will be in working order. I have been trying for hours to get things working, as well as do my work on top of this, so trust me guys, this is not something that could have been prevented from just a bit more prep work. It's things going wrong, configuration files that seem to randomly reset, and all that jazz. Right, Nod versus ACES. Sorry, my mind has been elsewhere, as you can tell, but Nod being a very, very solid team, but on Ensk have so far shown themselves to be very, very uneasy. They did show their greatness there at the end, where they stuck together, managed to push around the corner, and able to take down ACES' main forces, spread them out, and made ACES retreat. So ACES were right to be cautious on this map so far, because they were not being particularly aggressive throughout most of the map. They were very, very, very passive. They were waiting for Nod to make the move. Nod were making for ACES to make the move, and that's why you had to stand off for absolutely ages while they were trying to get things done. And it seems to be working now, and I can at last open this file. Can I? Nope, computer's frozen. You guys still here? Oh dear. Oh dear. Ah, praise for strength. Pray for strength. Even my awesome mug is making me feel better right now, guys. This has been an absolute disaster.